The Farmer and the Lopsided Cart. They say a journey reveals the truth about the traveler. But for old Merrick, the truth came rolling downhill on a crooked wheel. It began on a misty morning, the kind where the world feels half awake and every sound echoes like a secret. Merrick tightened the rope around a bundle of turnips, gave his old cart a weary pat, and muttered, "One more trip to market. Just hold together till then." But the cart, lopsided from years of storms, bumps, and hurried repairs, answered with a long, miserable creak that seemed to say, "I wouldn't count on it." Still, Merrick pushed forward. The path from his hilltop farm wound through forests, over stones, and past the kind of roots that loved to trip wheels. And as soon as he reached the first rough patch, the cart started wobbling like a drunken goose. Merrick groaned. Of all days, why today? The wheel clattered. The boards rattled. The turnips bounced as if preparing to abandon ship. Every few steps, the cart jerked left, then right, then somehow both directions at once. By the time Merrick reached the crest of the long downhill stretch toward town, sweat clung to his brow and frustration gnawed at his patience. He glared at the crooked wheel. "You're determined to ruin me, aren't you?" Wind rustled through the trees. The path sloped downward, smooth dirt marked with gentle grooves from years of travel. Merrick braced himself, tightening his grip on the handles. "All right," he muttered. "If you fall apart, at least do it slowly." He stepped forward, and then something unexpected happened. The lopsided cart, instead of rattling itself to bits, began rolling, smoothly, effortlessly, almost gracefully. The crooked wheel found its own rhythm, matching the slope as though the hill had been carved for its wobble alone. Merrick stumbled at first, taken off guard, then hurried to keep up as the cart glided ahead like a carefree child sprinting downhill. "What in the— Hey! Slow down!" he shouted, half chasing, half laughing. Each bump that had tortured the cart on flat ground now became part of a flowing dance. The tilt that once felt like a curse now balanced the speed. The wobble that once fought him now guided the descent with uncanny precision. By the time the cart reached the bottom, Merrick was breathless, stunned, and smiling. He rested his hands on his knees. "Well, I'll be," he whispered. "You're crooked, but you're clever." The cart gave a little creak, lighter this time, almost proud. Walking into town with his goods still intact, Merrick couldn't stop thinking about it. A broken cart rolling smoother downhill. A flaw becoming an advantage. A weakness turning into a strength simply because the path changed. And as he sold his turnips and listened to the chatter of the marketplace, he felt something shift inside him. Quiet, but certain. Maybe things didn't have to be perfect to work. Maybe struggles weren't signs of failure, but signs he was traveling the wrong direction. And maybe, just maybe, a person, much like a cart, could discover their true rhythm only when the world tilted. When Merrick pushed the cart home that evening, he didn't curse the wobble once. He let it roll at its own odd tempo, trusting it, learning from it, even laughing with it. Because he finally understood. Sometimes the very thing that slows you on the climb is what carries you effortlessly down the other side. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow.